Namaste, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to make a video about one of my favorite sutras from a text that's called the Atma Bodha. Atma Bodha can be translated to mean self-knowledge. So Sutra 6 of this text, in one of the transliterations, says, "The world, filled with attachments and aversions and the rest, is like a dream. It appears to be real as one is ignorant, but becomes unreal when one is awake." I'll read it again. "The world, filled with attachments and aversions and the rest, is like a dream. It appears to be real as long as one is ignorant, but becomes unreal when one is awake." And I think that this sutra actually captures the entire practice in a very simple, concise, and direct way. So what it's saying is that the world that normally we are attuning to in an unconscious and automatic way is filled with craving and aversion. And you can find other videos that I've made about craving and aversion. It's this pattern of longing for things that make us feel comfortable or good and avoiding the things that are uncomfortable or unpleasant. This is the root of suffering. So the world, and when one is affixed to it, it becomes that is the reality. But this text is giving you a really nice way of understanding that it's an illusion. That when you are focused on the external world, you're trapped in a pattern of suffering. It doesn't mean you can't be in the world. We'll talk about that in a moment. But what it's saying is that when you buy into the dream, you stay in a trapped state. You cannot be free. So what this text is saying is when one is ignorant, which I always find to be a harsh way of saying somebody is trapped in ego identification and worldly pleasure, basically. Ignorant of true self-knowledge, which is being conscious that you are not this body, you are not this mind, this world is not a permanent thing. That when you become awake, you recognize that you are soul, you are spirit, you are consciousness, as is everyone around you. So the text is pointing out this really dynamic fact that if you are not awake, if you are trapped in ignorance of your true nature, the world becomes like a seductive dream. It becomes this fantasy to walk around it and continue to grasp after all the things that make us feel good and avoid the things that don't make us feel good. But when you pierce through that and you begin to awaken your consciousness, you can see it as an illusion. You can see it as a mirage. You can start to kind of go beyond the layers that keep you tethered to suffering and allow yourself to feel more free, more at peace, and more joyful. So I find this to be one of the most helpful sutras because it sets the whole foundation for why one should do the work to awaken. If one does the work to awaken, you pierce through the dream and you become free within yourself. I hope that this is helpful. I hope you get time to study and read the Atma Bodha. It's a fantastic text. And so if you have any questions, please comment and let us know what you're working on in your practice. And I wish you all of the success in your practices. Namaste.